name is Mary. Thank you for joining us today while we stretch and get a little stronger so our everyday activities are just a little easier to do. Today, before we even begin our program, let's say hello to Connie.
Hi, I'm Connie. I just got back from a long weekend celebrating my granddaughter's 11th birthday. She is now officially a tween.
A double digit. Oh no, she was a double digit at 10.
That's
tween.
True. She's a tween between child and teenager. And she's got a good start on it. She already loves clothes. She loves jewelry. She colors her nails. And she goes gaga over the boy bands.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Now, tell me, do you like to read?
Oh, I love to read.
And what kind of books do you like to read?
I am reading history these days.
History?
I'm learning about Lincoln, a team of rivals, the Doris Kearns Goodwin. I'll get it. Suddenly I'm interested in history.
That's fantastic. Your learning never stops.
Never does. And if you want to avoid Alzheimer's, it's good to exercise your brain as well as your body.
Yes, and if you can exercise your brain with a pattern, which we'll do because you brought it up,
Good.
You'll be working both your brain and your body. That shoots blood and oxygen to the brain.
It does.
And it's really, really good for you. I can't wait to do my patterns and see if Connie can get them.
I need one for a nice sweater, preferably an
Oh,
open.
jeez.
Oh.
Well, did you hear about the lady driving down the road? She was knitting. And the policeman sees her and he goes, pull over. And she keeps driving along, knitting, and he goes, pull over. She keeps driving along. All of a sudden he puts the little flashing things on, sirens on, pull over. And so she goes, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. So she pulls over to the side and he goes, I told you to pull over. She goes, nope, this is a cardigan.
I can see that one coming.
All right. So today we're going to get a little stronger by using a newspaper. Now, if you don't have a newspaper, you could have like a Yankee Flyer. You could have a magazine. So if you don't get the newspaper, and some people don't, tisk. If you have the newspaper, we'll really work with that. But remember, if you have any kind of like a Yankee Flyer or the ads that you get in the mail,
Right.
anything like that, that will work. And you'll need a good old plastic bag. So if you're like me, we used to use our plastic bags to put in the trash can, in our little trash cans, and then we went to recycle bags. So we ran out of these little plastic bags and we were buying plastic bags. So now it's a week and 2 days using recycle bags. And then the other 5 days we'd go shopping and get plastic bags. So isn't that the weirdest thing? Okay, so I hope you have a plastic bag at home. And if you don't, you can use a recycle bag. Okay. Now, before you begin this or any other exercise program, you want to check with your doctor. He'll tell you things you should or shouldn't do. You're going to wear loose, comfortable clothing so you're not restricted when you bend or stretch or reach. You'll want to wear good supportive footwear because even though we're not going to be standing up, you're going to be stretching your arms and your legs and getting them both together. So you want to make sure that you don't have to focus too much on your feet, that you have good supportive footwear.
And if you go like this, you don't want it flying across the room and hitting the cat.
That's right. Can you imagine if you had your slippers on and went like this and your slipper went flying up, hit the ceiling, broke the fan, came down on the cat? That would be terrible. The cat runs into the plant stand, the plant goes down, and there's more, I'm sure. So, really make sure that you have good supportive footwear. Also, you'll want to check around you because we're going to be throwing things up. So you want to make sure you're not going to throw it into anything like one of those ceiling fans because the ceiling fan could catch it and whip it over. Okay? And you want to make sure, so you want to check your environment. Make sure your clothes are loose and comfortable. You want to have water to drink before, during, and after our time together because staying well hydrated is important for everything. Good for your skin, good for your eyes, good for your intestines. It's good for everything, drinking water. And if you don't like water, of course, you can always add a little fruit juice, but always try to get that water in. Also, you're going to want to work at your own pace. So if Connie and I are going a little too fast for you, you slow right down. If we're going too slow for you and you can safely pick up the pace, then go right ahead and do that. Because you want this exercise to be for you. You want to do your best. And never any bouncing. If we're moving like this, you don't want to like really force that turn. You just want to go nice and easy. And if you do want more turn, breathe in, breathe out, and make it nice and slow so you're not forcing or bouncing any moves. Also, it's really, really important to make sure that you eat well. Because when you eat well, it gives you the energy you need to exercise and to have a lot of energy. And also when you eat well, don't you feel good?
Absolutely.
Yep. And if you have too much sugar, it's not good for your brain. Did you know that?
I know that when I have too many cookies, I tend to want to take a nap.
Ah!
Which is, really counterproductive. I'm not working the calories off, am I?
You're absolutely right. Okay. So today you just want to scoot around the house, get something like a magazine, a Yankee Flyer, some kind of a newspaper, and a plastic bag. We're going to do most of our work from sitting with our buttocks towards the front of the chair. Sometimes that hurts people's backs, so if it hurts your back, all you have to do is take a pillow and put it right behind your back, and that'll give you nice support. If your buttocks are too far back in your chair, it'll kind of limit the range of motion and make it difficult for you to move your legs. True. All right. Also, you may want to have a pair of gloves because what we are going to be doing is holding on to the newspaper and rolling. And for some people, it's really hard on their fingers. And if that's you, we're going to find ways so that you can do it. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
So we're going to go nice easy with the arms side to side. You'll notice our elbows are bent and we're simply bringing the hands side to side. We're doing this so that if you're not watching television and you're just walking by it, you'll see us go, hey, come over and join us, right? Now we're going to bring one hand over to the side and the other hand's going to stretch straight up to the sky. Wing! So one hand goes to the side. There you go. And you'll notice that our weight is going from one side to the other side, from one buttocks to the other buttocks. So if you have one buttocks and one buttocks, does that make two buttocks? Like what's plural of buttocks?
I think it's buttocks.
It could be like rear end. There you go. Derriere. You can have one buttocks, and a derriere.
There you go.
All right. And now we're going to relax those arms. So even though we didn't do a lot, we really got warmed up just a bit. So with our buttocks towards the edge of the chair, we're going to bring our hands right in front. We're going to push forward and lean back. Then we're going to flip the fingers down and pull our elbows wide as we lean forward. So we're going to lean back and push, lean forward and pull, lean back and push. So we're working our wrists now because we're really going to use our wrists. There you go. That's great. You're doing terrifically. We're really glad you joined us today because misery loves company, right?
You bet.
You'll always be glad you move. Moving makes you happy. It actually releases endorphins, which are your body's own natural tranquilizers.
They sure are.
There you go.
And these are exercises you can do in front of the TV during the commercials.
That's right. Oh, Connie, you're a genius. And then relax those arms. Wow. So I felt it right up around here. Did you?
I did too, yeah.
Good.
This area.
Excellent.
And my wrist. Now, I broke my wrist last fall, and it's really good exercise.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Okay, so now you want to clear your area. There you go. Beautiful. Now, we're going to bring our foot up a little and step out, up a little and step in. Are you ready? We'll go slowly at first. So we're sitting nice and tall, ear, shoulder, hip, belly in, or fluff your shirt out. Right in front of your hips are your knees, and right underneath your knees are your ankles. So here we go. We're going to lift the foot up a little bit and out. And then we're going to go to the other foot. It's almost like there is a little dachshund or a little cat right on the outside of our foot. And so we have to step up over that cat. And you'll notice that if you lean back, it makes it a little bit easier. Can you notice that?
Yes, I sort of do it automatically.
Right. Now, let's try and see if we don't lean back, see if it's different. Is that a little different?
It's a little harder.
It
Takes
is.
more stomach.
It does, it does. But you can do it because you've got a lot of guts.
That's me.
Up and over. Up, there you go. So sitting tall makes it harder. So you can choose how hard you want to work. If you want to work just a little hard and you're just starting, you go right ahead and lean back. Last one here, and we're done. Excellent. Yay. Now, alternate heels are going to reach forward and you're going to flip your toe up. So the heel taps, but you don't snap the knee down. You have a little bitty bend in that knee, and then bring it right back. Perfect. Out and in. Out. Good job. There you go. So your arms are going, hey, what about me? What about me? Well, don't worry. We're going to bring our hands into the action. But we're going to bring our hands down by the side and bring one up and down. One up and down. So you say to yourself, wow, I can do this. This is pretty easy. So could we make this a little harder?
She always does that.
Sure you can. One hand comes up and the other hand goes back. Push the other hand back. Push the other hand back. You don't have to do this because it does make it a little more difficult. But if you wanted to make it a challenge, go right ahead. Always remember, you don't want to try to be like anybody else because you're great the way you are. So you can use people for models and good things to, to emulate. But really, really, you want to just say, okay, this is where I am now. And be happy with that because we're happy you joined us. And relax down. Whew! Did you feel that?
Yes, I did.
So we worked everything. We worked our shoulders, we worked our knees, we worked our hips. Now we're going to have lots of fun and grab our newspaper. Here we go. Okay, and again, you don't have to have a newspaper. You could have, like I said, a Yankee Flyer or the flyers that come, with those ads that you get in the mail for the local news. Now you're working the hard way.
I'm seeing where this is from. Is this from Maine?
Yeah, this is
One
from
of
Maine.
my favorite places in the whole world.
Oh, good. So we go on the end that's
You don't
folded
mind if I
over.
just sit?
That's not what the newspaper is for. So we want to go on the foldy end. So if you do have like a flyer, make sure all the little flippy pages are over here, and where it's stapled is right over here. We're going to start to fold it. So we use our fingers and our wrists. Good, good. And now we just unfold it. Great job. Okay, I'll show you from the side. We fold it using our wrists and our hands. There you go. And then unroll it. Excellent. One more time. Let's roll it. Good. All the time our posture is nice and tall, and unroll it. Good. Last time. Now roll it up. You're going to hold it rolled up, but you're only going to put your hand in the middle. Okay? So you're going to extend the arm right out, flip it over, and in. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. So, yes, you're feeling it from the shoulder. Your hand has to grip it all the way up here. Wrist, elbow. Good, 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 good. Now, if we bend the elbow, that's a little less on our shoulder. So if we pull our elbow close to our body, we take the shoulder out of the equation, but we're still working the wrist. We still have to grip onto it because the newspaper wants to fly all around.
It sure does.
Now we're going to hold the newspaper straight up like this, keep our elbow tucked in, and we're going to bring our arm out and in. Keep the elbow tucked in. So now we're working our rotator cuff. Our rotator cuff is where the long bone of that humerus, that upper arm, goes right into your shoulder. And for a lot of people, that's a tough area.
Yeah, not very humorous, actually.
No. But don't you think that's why they call it the funny bone when you hit your humerus? It's not funny at all, though, right? Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to bring our hand like this, but flip it palm up. Good. We're going to bring it up to the shoulder and down. Good. Good. Excellent. Now, when we don't have a lot of resistance, we don't have a lot of weight on this arm, but what we are doing is doing it a lot of times. So instead of working on strengthening the muscle, we're working on the endurance of the muscle. And if you say to yourself, I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, you take these little fingers, put them right here in between your elbow and your shoulder, and can you feel those little muscles working?
Bulges.
Bulging.
I feel like the Incredible Hulk.
You're much prettier and you're nicer color.
And I'm not green, right?
You're not green, right. Okay, now you're going to hold your newspaper. It's still clenched. So you're really working that hand. You're really working those fingers. You're going to take it so it faces you. You're going to stretch it up to the sky and turn it around so it faces us. And bring it back down and stretch it back up. Good job. Bring it back down. Now, all the while, your hand is really crunched. Can you feel this?
I sure can.
Yeah, your hand is really, really gripping to hold that tight. Good job. And just one more, please. There you go. And we bring it back down. Now, we're going to put it in the other hand, but we're going to relax the hand over our knee and stretch those fingers as wide as they'll go. And you'll notice the crack in the wrist goes down, and we're reaching down with our fingers, pulling our fingers way, way apart. And you can do this because there's no feeling in your hand anymore. There you go, and relax. You know, my hand has got newspaper print on it. I got like dirty hands now. You got clean hands, yep. All right, here we go.
It's a better Oh, it's the same newspaper.
Okay, here we go. Nice long. Okay. There you go. There you go. Roll your paper up. Good. And unroll it. Good. Roll your paper up. And unroll it. There you go. Roll your paper up. And unroll it one more time. Roll your paper up. Hold it there. This hand has it. Relax. Sit tall. And go. Over. In. Good. So if you have your hand extended out, it starts to work the shoulder. Again, of course, it's working the wrist, and those dear little fingers are holding on as tightly as they can. Now, Connie's going faster and faster, so I'm really trying to keep up with her. We kind of look like windshield wipers, don't we? There you go. You've got it. Good. Nice work. That's it. Now you're going to hold it here. Bring your elbow in and out and in. Good. So again, this is for your shoulder, your rotator cuff. Excellent. Beautiful. You've got it. Great job. Now let's go a little quicker. In, out. Now, do you find your stomach tightening up a little bit? No, you don't, because look at, she's like in the mood. She's with the music. I'm tightening my stomach up. Yeah. So it's a good thing.
Stomach up too.
There you go. It's a good thing that you have two people of different minds exercising with you. And now relax.
One person with a mind.
I'm up. And we go. Up, down. Good. There you go. And all the while you're sitting tall, you're holding your belly in. Oh, Connie, did you hear about the circus manager?
No.
He's really distressed because the human cannonball is going to retire.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he's really, really distressed because he said to the human cannonball, "You can't retire. Where am I going to get another man of your caliber?" All right, let's hold the hand right here. There you go. And you're going to stretch it up and your palm faces us. And then bring it back to you. Now, all the while, your hand is really gripping. So again, you know, if this is hard on your hands, remember that glove or a mitten or something to really cushion it, because this is hard on the fingers. Can you feel that?
It is, but it's also good for grip strength, so live with it.
Oh, jeez. No, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. There you go. You've got it. Last one, and down. Very, very nice. So here we go. We're going to unroll it. We're going to take our hands and we're going to bring the newspaper over our knees. Take our hands over our knees so that only the palms are right on the tops of our knees. And then we're going to push the newspaper down. So that's going to be a different kind of, okay, you're going to fold your, like make a little cat claws. There you go, there you go. And now you're going to flip your hand over and open as wide as they'll go. Try to push those fingers down into the newspaper of both hands. Thank you. Good job. Now try to relax the shoulders. Now try to lift your ears away from your shoulders. And now try to smile. Good job. And relax. That was very, very good. Now you're going to take your newspaper and kind of take one little page and crumple it up. Get your plastic bag and put it in your plastic bag. Then you're gonna take another paper. So if you've got like a Yankee flyer or your sales, you know those little sales flyers, just gotta take them apart. There you go. Open them up and make them into a ball. Now, believe it or not, whoop, you have to kind of crunch them right in there. Believe it or not, this act of crunching up like this is very good for your fingers. So even something so small as taking a newspaper and crunching it, just using your fingers is a really, really good exercise. Then when you think you have just about enough in your bag, there you go. You can tie the bag. You're going to have a huge ball. All right. So crunch your papers. There you go. And you don't want to squish them down yet. So you're going to tie them in a nice little bow. Uh-oh, I've got a hole in my bag. Aww. You should always, you know, if you're golfing, you should always wear an extra pair of pants in case you get a hole in one. There, I got a hole.
It just keeps getting worse and worse.
It does. And the sad thing is, when it's my birthday, instead of getting birthday presents, people buy me joke books. I have like 5,000 joke books. Jeez.
And this is the best you can do?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. One hand to the other. Now this is very light. It's very light. And it's plastic, so it's like sliding all over your hands. Can you feel this?
Yes.
This is a pretty difficult thing to toss and catch. Thank you for demonstrating, Connie.
It is difficult.
It is pretty doggone difficult because there's not a lot of weight to it. There's not a lots of stuff to grab onto. Good, good. Now we're going to hold it centered. We're going to bring our legs wider. We're going to drop it down, and we're going to stretch right up to the sky, breathing in. Breathing out. Ah. Breathing in. Now, if you have a bad back, you can do it just like this. As a matter of fact, Connie and I are going to demonstrate it to you. You're going to come forward and just crunch the bag with your right hand. The left hand goes on the thigh. Reach down. When you reach straight up, you're going to put the bag in the other hand. And then now the left hand comes down and down. Up and change. Good. So you're not hurting your back at all. You're getting a good stretch in the back. There you go. That's excellent. Very nice. Change hands. Good work. Stretch up, change hands. So you're really working the shoulders, the back, change hands. And last time here. Great. Change hands. Now you're going to bring your feet together and put the bag right between your knees. Excellent, excellent. So the bag is between our knees. Our feet are together, and we're going to squish our newspaper bag. Squish it, squish it, squish it, squish it, squish it. There you go. Kind of looks like it's breathing. Oh, Connie!
It's alive.
Now, what Connie demonstrated, and I appreciate her doing it, is that if you let your legs come too far apart, it's going to slide down and down.
It does.
So you have to keep them kind of close together. Now you're going to relax. Keep your knees together. Bring your feet apart. Readjust your bag so it's kind of squished like this. Now you're going to go like this. Bring it between your knees. And squish now. There
That's
you
different.
go. Yeah, it's a little different. And all the time, the belly's in, the chest is high, and you feel wonderful. Oh boy, there's mine. Sorry.
She's just trying to make me feel good.
It happens. And then relax. Ah. So believe it or not,
right there.
yeah, it gets the outsides of your hips and also the insides of your legs because you're pulling in. Now we're going to get our abdominals, our back, our arms, and our legs. I'll show you from the side. Connie will show you from the front. We're going to put the bag in this hand. We're going to lean back and lift the opposite leg and put the bag right under it. Then we sit up nice and tall. Lean back. Good job. So all the while, our belly's pulled in because that protects the back. You'll notice we're not doing back bends, and you'll notice that our chins remain parallel to the floor. We're pulling the bellies in, And if this isn't easy for you and it's really difficult for you to pick up the leg, just put it in the other hand. Just go right over the knee. So you want to do what's best for you. Good. Shoulders are relaxed and down, heads high. So you're working your arms, you're working your legs. When you lean back, you're using your belly to pull yourself up. And now you're done. Ta-da!
That was a good one.
Great job. Great job. Now we're going to take it, and this is kind of hard. We're going to put it in our dominant hand. So if you're left-handed, it goes in your left hand. If you're right-handed, it goes in the right. So we want to start our dominant hand first, and you don't throw it up very high to begin with. Are you ready? Okay, so we're going to throw it up a little bit and then catch it. Here's a trick. When it comes down, you can pull it to you.
Oh, good. Like
It's a little trick. Yes. It's a little trick. Good work. It's a little trick. Now, catching it is pretty hard. But if you think of a cat bats at something. It goes batting at something. So if we throw it up and bat at it, flip it up and go.
I didn't see that. Did you see that? No.
Right. So now we're going to try it with our other hand. I'm going to use a pillow in case you don't happen to have a bag. So try the other hand. So the other hand, flip it up and catch it. Flip it up and catch it. Good. So in the beginning, this is kind of tough, isn't it?
Oh, actually, I'm finding it much easier. Maybe I was wrong all these years about which is my dominant hand.
I know. You want to know? I can tell you which your dominant eye is. You want to know how?
How?
Well, I learned this in my shooting class.
You shoot?
I do. I love to shoot guns, but I don't like to shoot them like at anybody.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, just targets, just targets. Yeah, okay, now remember the cat. Flip it up and bat at it. Flip it up and bat at it. Good. Flip it up and bat at it. Last time, flip it up and bat at it. Whew! Great. Thank you for demonstrating that, Connie. You did a great job today. And you did a great job, Connie. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're going to interlace our fingers and push the palms down, lifting our chest up because our hands have been wrapped around. Now we're going to push the hands forward and lean back a little. Good. And then we're going to stretch the hands high and tall and bring the hands a little over towards Connie. Good. And back up to the center and a little over towards me. Good work. And back to center. Good. Now we're going to lean forward and open the hands, lean the chest forward, push the hands back, back, back. Good job. Place your hands right on your thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax the back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax the head. Slowly push yourself up through the heels of the hands. Good. Pull your shoulders up, back, and down. Good. Bring your knee in and stretch the back and step down. Bring the other knee in, stretch the back. Good job. Let's take a great big breath in. And as you exhale, know that all will be well. Great job. You did great. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.
See you soon.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.